Right then, welcome time, because we've had our orders this morning, didn't we? So, bedtime story it used to be, didn't it? Let's dig right to the bottom. You watch it still be one that we've had. Oh, it's trying to block the... What is it? Strafe. Oh, Blackthorn. Had that for a while. Let's have a look. And from the branch. Did you see that? They opened it straight up. Oh my God. It must be important. Right, you ready for this? Strafe. Blackthorn. So, shares its cycle with Nectatal. It's N-G-E-T-A-L. She started already, the saying. Okay. Saucer. Bright, brilliant, white or yellow. So that suggests an aha moment, the crown chakra. The bird is a smollock, which is a small thrush. The note is the letter D. D sharp, I believe. The planet is Uranus. Oh my God. Okay, so that's the tower. And the number 9 is 16. Word ergum, strongest of red. Increase in secrets, seeking clouds. Something to muddy the waters. The message is alchemy, secret knowledge, the occult, mysteries, reversals of fortune, change, prepare for the unexpected. Blackthorn is the little thorny one, the dark provider of sloes. The species is Prunus spinosa. The family is Rosea, the rose family. Strafe, Saturn and Mars. The blackthorn tree is esoterically known as the mother of the woods, so Mam could be important again. The dark crone of the woods. The deities associated with Strafe or Scathach, warrior goddess of winter and punishments. Strafe's colour is bright and the animals are wolf, dog, so that means Capricorn was born in the year of the dog, the black cat Leo, and the toad, transformational energy, which I would say is probably Scorpio. Strafe is coupled with the moon month of Negatel, October the 28th through November the 24th. So, and my mum's birthday is on the 28th, little known fact, making it the Ogum of Samhain and the Feast of the Dead. The blackthorn is a shrub that produces suckers, which can make a single plant an impenetrably thorny thicket. The thorns of this shrub provide a valuable defence in hedging, so our defences are up. The blackthorn is generally considered to be an expression of forces detrimental to humankind, for its name means punishment and strife. It is the plant of slumber and death and the symbol of both punishment and protection, representing the struggle of new life arising from the breakdown of old things. So when there's a death, there's a birth. We've said it more than once this week. It's protected by spiritual beings called Lornantishi. The blackthorn is known as the black rod. So the black rod in England opens Parliament, or blasting rod of the malevolent mage or witch. They would carry staves of this wood as a walking stick, club or weapon. These staves were renowned for their great magical power. It was also the magical weapon used to wound puppets and effigies of one's enemies. Blackthorn is used in the making of magical rods, wands, cudgels, shillelaghs, walking sticks, and all things used to ward off evil or danger. Blackthorn is a sign of external control, that is, a control exerted from the outside on either a person or an object. This is usually an unwanted sort of control, but not always. Besides, this ability or power is often the operative principle in magic. The key then becomes learning how to make use of that force without being used by it. Strafe also carries the connotations of another sort of control pertaining to attacks, struggles, and conflict. When used in divination, strafe may mean that there are forces at work which are compelling or controlling you from beyond your present level of understanding. These may be hidden forces from deep within or from without. They are probably not beneficial, however, but they are presently being manifested in your life. You may be under the control of forces beyond your grasp. You may be suffering from attacks or struggling against outside influences, difficulties, conditions, conflict, or resentment. It may seem that the negative aspects of destiny are controlling you. There is a need for you to control these forces and use them to your advantage. You may be able to turn the very power of destruction against these obstacles. It may be time to use magical, mental, or psychological means to deal with a problem. With Blackthorn, there is a necessity of turning what might be initially negative experience into a positive one through control, knowledge, and understanding. The key is to be found in not striving against the experience, but in controlling and directing the energy produced to positive ends. Here can be the beginning of true spiritual understanding. The solution to problems bound up with strafe may be to play it away, or even to try to indulge them. Be sure you are learning from your mistakes and not holding on to an attitude that may make matters worse. The blackthorn is often called the witch's tree and thought of as an unlucky one. It is supposed to reveal the goddess in her cruel and ugly aspect. It is sacred to Eris, goddess of strife. It is associated with the planet of Venus, so therefore Taurus. It is the tree of fidelity. Because it is wild, it represents independence. It also has been known to be used in negative magic, the thorns being used as pins pushed into poppets or waxen images. Some English witches carried the blackthorn or the black rod as a walking stick, and it was even burned with a witch as the chief instrument of sorcery. It was thought to cause miscarriages. Blackthorn is depicted in many fairy tales throughout Europe as a tree of ill omen called Strafe in the Ogham. This tree has the most sinister reputation in Celtic tree lore. The English word strife is said to derive from the Celtic word. A long, hard winter is referred to as the blackthorn winter. To witches, it is often represented the dark side of the craft, black magic. It is a sacred tree to the dark or crone aspect of the triple goddess and represents the waning and the dark moons. Blackthorn is known as the increaser and keeper of dark secrets. This tree is linked with warfare, wounding, and death, associated with Scottish Cailleach, the crone of the deaf, and the Irish Morrigan, so Scorpio probably. In Scotland, winter begins when the Cailleach, also the goddess of winter, strikes the ground with her blackthorn staff. Blackthorn can be used in spells of protection as well. In Irish tales, heroes were aided by the blackthorn tree. If they threw a twig of blackthorn after them, it would take root and form an impenetrable hedge or wood, thwarting the pursuing giants. In England, witches would carve the Norse rune of thorn on the blackthorn stave for protection. Often in fairy tales, such as Sleeping Beauty, the blackthorn form the thick, impenetrable thorn brambles and hides the magic castles from intruders and princes alike. In order to prove worthy, the prince must cut through that thorn forest to rescue the princess. So remember what thorn looked like, don't you? I'll show you. There it is. So it's like a little pea, but it's got the line goes above the thing. Draw on a piece of paper, keep it in your wallet, it will protect you. So, often in fairy tales such as Sleeping Beauty, we've done that bit. And a blackthorn grows near its sister plant hawthorn. The site is especially magical. Blackthorn often topped the maypole, so May the 1st we mentioned today, entwined with hawthorn. At New Year, celebrants made blackthorn crowns, which they burned in the New Year fire. The ashes were used to fertilise the fields. Blackthorn was sometimes woven into wreaths with mistletoe to bring luck in the coming year, and the garlands used to wassail the apple trees. Our jolly wassail. Blackthorn can also herald the presence of the darker deities in your life, such as the Irish Morrigan, Dagda. Again, this is a sign of spiritual strength and support that is available to you if you pick up the gauntlet. Meditating under a blackthorn bush during the Samhain season can put you in touch with powerful underworld deities, such as the Morrigan. Wear a protective amulet with the blackthorn ogum, sloe berries, or a blackthorn wand. Blackthorn is the tree which helps us face the necessity of our own death. In many magical practices, we are encouraged to face death in order to abate our fear of it. Initiations are often reenactments of our own death and rebirth. On the negative side, blackthorn can indicate a persistently negative, resentful attitude that draws negative experiences to you. So if you keep it inside and it poisons you, you'll become a poisonous personality. Blackthorn can indicate a persistent and morbid fear of death. How you frame your life is how your life plays out. Blackthorn can be seen as a reminder not to frame your life in negative scenes, but reinterpret them in a more positive way, to draw more positive experience. What's all this merriment and cheer? Is it not winter that you fear? I am the old veiled one of the wood, and my appearance should do you no good. My realm is cold and dead and dark, the ground is barren and the trees are stark. My fierce white hounds with eyes of red howl through the night, a paean to the dead. I strike my blackthorn upon the ground, now nothing green or living shall be found. I am a Cailleach beer, and now is my reign. I shall not leave you until Beltane. So, Beltane is April the 30th. Blimey. Botanical information. Blackthorn is the twisting hardwood tree. It's shrub with thorny black branches. The blackthorn tree is actually more like a large shrub. Found throughout the British Isles. It's found on the edge of woods. The bark is rough and scaly. The berries are small, blue-black, sometimes deep purple, round, globular, and come in the summer until fall, ripening and sweetening after the first frost. The sloe berry juice can be used for ink or as a stronger red dye. An alcoholic drink, sloe gin, is made from this small, dark blueberry, which is used both medicinally and magically. Sloe berries are very tonic bitter. Medicinally, they can be used as an astringent, a laxative, to reduce fever, to purify the system, stimulate metabolism, clean the blood, or as a diuretic. They help with ingestion, eczema, herpes, allergies, cold, catarrh, neurosis, weak heart, kidney stones, skin, bladder, and prostate problems. Blackthorn helps absorption of energies necessary for life. Stabilizing emotions, brings hope and joy. The leaves can be boiled into the decoction that, once cooled, is an excellent mouthwash and gargle for those suffering from tonsillitis or laryngitis. It can also be used as a soothing eye bath. A tea made from the powdered bark has a calming effect on the nerves. They can be prepared as a juice, a syrup, a jelly, a jam, a wine, or a sloe gin beverage. They are excellent when combined with apples in a jam. Scathach's Prayer. I call to you, my brothers and sisters, I call to you. Fellow sons and daughters, I call to you. All ye children of the turner of the wheel, I call to you as a fellow child to do battle by my side, to aid me in the conquest of my foes. Draw close to me now, brothers and sisters of death herself. Let my blade be as your blade, my blood be as your blood, my heart be as your heart, my mind be as your mind. Together we shall defeat all our foes. Working as one, we shall vanquish all enemies. United in heart, mind, body, and soul, all our foes will be destroyed before us. Should silence rather than anger be needed, we must blend with the shadows. We must become the shadows. We shall move like Scathach herself, silent, swift, sure, and unerring. From the shadows we will strike, with the speed of death. None shall expect us when we come for them, none shall live when we find them, for we are the children of death herself. Should anger be the greater part, however, we shall strike with all the fury of our hearts. Douglas, forging, Iliad's casting, Gwydian's treachery. These have never been forgiven or forgotten by us. Should they or any other attempt to stop us, they shall meet the fury of our blades. Empowered by Strathach's great speed, the speed of death, we shall destroy all who attempt to defeat us. None shall survive our wrath. It is only in the greatest of times, the harshest and toughest of times, that we shall call upon the wrath of Scathach herself. All who see this great wrath will cower before her. No smith, sorcerer, or ruler shall stop us. They will die all the swifter before her. The dragon will come to us to give us the power and aid us in battle. None shall stop the blood of our foes from feeding the land. Wow. Scathach, Gaelic goddess of the dead. Scathach, the warrior woman now identified as divinity, is the Gaelic goddess of the dead, of all those slain in battle, our ancestors, and provides the deceased safe passage to Tir na Og. Once mortal, she was touched by the Tuatha De Danann in a way usually only seen in the Sidhe. She is similar to the Valkyrie of the Norse. She searches the battlefields for the souls of the slain and guides them along the Imrama to Na Anam, or death journey, to Tir Nan Og, the land of eternal youth and beauty. Scathach also guides those who get lost on the Imrama. The reason so many vision seekers get lost on the Imrama is that Scathach does not guide the living. It is also the duty of Scathach to drop those who acted poorly in life on one of the mystical islands of the other world, where they pay their debts and learn their folly. Not many living mortals ever make it to Tir Nan Og successfully. She is a fearsome expert in the art of war, and is to her that Shu Charlin, the greatest of Irish warriors, came in his youth to learn his craft. The teaching took place in Alba. It was from Scathach that Cuchulainn received his formidable barbed spear, a sword in some versions, whose thrust was invariably fatal. Scathach was also a potent magician. She had the gift of prophecy, and she foretold of Cuchulainn's fate during the course of Queen Madda's onslaught against Ulster. God almighty, it went for my throat there. So Ireland, Ulster, a great battle. The Irish warriors will stand up. Let's see then, shall we? Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye.